Hi guys, Adriaan here from Luxury Time Watches. 2022 is here, and yeah, in this video I'm going to give you guys some of my predictions and tips for 2022. So I'm going to look into this crystal ball and see what the year holds for us. Please note, this is advice I'm giving, it's not investment advice, it's just how I see the market. Okay, so looking into the crystal ball, how I see 2022. If 2022 is going to be anything like 2021 was, we are in for another crazy year. I've been dealing in luxury watches for around about 17 years now, and I can definitely say that 2021 has been a crazy year. I've never seen watches explode like it did in 2021. So why I think the market in 2022 is going to be even crazier than 2021 is there is a lot of new dealers coming into the market. So a lot of young guys that's on social media, and they see they can make a quick buck by selling watches. So those guys are coming into the market, and that's just lifting the demand. Another thing that is contributing to this crazy market that we have is people are actually storing their extra money, their cash, into luxury watches, whereas they would normally buy shares or different assets. But with the watches, you can actually have an increase in your money over time if you buy the right watches. So it's really a secure place to hold your money, and you can actually enjoy the watches while they increase in value. So if I had to compare 2022 with, if it's going to be anything like 2021, I expect this market to probably grow by another 30%. So that's a crazy amount if you compare it to normal stock investments, where you would only maybe see 5 to 7% return on your money a year. The current watches, at the rate it's going, this is only for selected model watches like Rolex, Steel Sports models, Patek Philippe, Aquanaut, Nautilus, or the AP Royal Oak series. Those kind of watches, you're looking at around about a 30% return on your money within a year. That's at the current rate that is going at, and that is just comparing it with last year. Not investment advice, these things can also go down again, but time has shown that these watches just continue to rise in value. Now I'm going to give you guys just some price predictions. I get a lot of requests. You guys want to know what watches you should invest in that's actually going to go up in value. So I'm just going to give you 3 examples of how I see these watches are going to be at the end of 2022. The first one is a Rolex Steel Submariner, the 126610 reference, the black dial with the date. That watch is currently trading at around about 250,000. I can see it by December 2022 selling for between 300 and 320,000. The next watch is the steel Rolex Daytona, ceramic Daytona, the 116-500 model. That watch is currently trading at 550 to 650,000 Rand. I can see that watch end of December 2022 at going close to 900,000 Rand. And I know it sounds crazy, but look at this and just have a look at the end of 2022, and we see if I was right or not. The next watch that I think is still really undervalued is the 216-570 Rolex Explorer 2, the one with the orange hand. It's actually been discontinued. It's been replaced with the 22 reference model. It's pretty much the same watch, it's just got an updated movement and power reserve and some slight adjustments to the watch. But that older model, you can still pick it up for around about 170,000 to 200,000, all depending on the condition, the year model. Can see that watch the end of this year trading at 240 to 250,000 Rand easily. So if you can get your hands on one of those, and you are one of the guys that just want to buy and hold on to a watch for longer than a year, that's definitely one of the obtainable models you can still get into at a relatively cheap price in the market. Now I want to give you guys tips on 3 models of watches that you can actually still walk into a AD and buy it off the shelf at their retail price, or maybe if you know the guys, they'll even give you a little bit of a discount. So the first one is the Zenith El Primero Chrono Sport. It's a new release from them. You'll see the watch, a lot of people compare it to the ceramic steel Daytona. That watch, if you go into a jewelry store, you can still buy it off the shelves, and I think you can still get it at a retail price. That's a watch that I think is going to increase in value as the demand increases for the watch, because people are shifting away from the steel Daytonas because of the crazy prices that they are selling at. They're looking at different options that are similar. They would go to this Zenith model at a really obtainable price, and the demand's just going to spike and it's going to go up in value. Then if you can get any Vacheron Constant overseas, those watches are also still obtainable from a store. If you can get it, try and get a blue dial one. If you can get it at retail, can't guarantee you it, but I would think that's also a watch that's going to trade at way above its retail come the end of 2022. Then the last one is the Omega Seamaster No Time to Die 007 James Bond watch. It's not a limited edition watch, it's only a limited production watch. That watch, that Omega, can also still be bought. Walk into an AD, you can buy it at a retail price. I think the demand of that watch is also going to go up a lot, and you're going to get slightly over retail for it. They're already trading on the grey market at retail prices. Okay, and then I think another thing that's going to happen in 2022, it's already started happening from 2020, is the ADs and the big watch brands, they're moving away from their dinosaur mentality where you could only buy an authentic watch in store. I mean, if you go look on, I'm not sure if they still have it, but Rolex, Tag Heuer, Breitling, Omega, AP, Patek, all those big brands, they used to have a sign. When you go onto their website, a banner would pop up that says you can't buy an authentic Patek, Rolex or whatever watch online. The authentic watches can only be bought through the ADs, and they've all started changing, and they're also selling online now. As the whole market since COVID, everything is shifting towards online. So I would actually like to see more of the ADs starting to work with pre-owned watch dealers to also do trade-ins, where people can trade in their pre-owned watches with the AD for a new watch. The AD can contact someone on the grey market to sell the pre-owned watches or to cover their money on it, and they basically have a guaranteed sale. So I think that shift is going to happen. It is already happening overseas. In South Africa it's not happening. The ADs and the grey market, still we are pretty far apart, and it still feels like a competition. They don't like us, we don't necessarily don't like them. We would like to work with them, but I think that is something that's slowly going to happen. I've already seen it a little bit with some of the newer, younger sales guys in the stores. They are a bit more open to deal online and to communicate with the grey market, where it was never like that 3-4 years ago. Okay guys, and another tip for 2022, there's a lot of brands that I can use this example with, but here's 3 brands that you should not buy at a retail price. That meaning walking into a AD and pay full asking price for the watches. You are going to lose a lot of money if you do that. So the first brand is Breitling. If you walk into a Breitling store, Breitling AD, Breitling boutique, you buy a watch at the full retail asking price. If you're going to sell that watch again, you're going to lose around about 50%. A lot of you guys do not understand that. You are unhappy when you sell it and you thought it was an investment. So that's just one of the brands, is Breitling. Do not buy it at full retail asking price. The next one is Tag Heuer. Tag Heuer, it's a brand I love. We sell a lot of them, but also a brand, if you buy it at full retail price, you're going to lose 50-60% of your money when you want to sell it. The last one is Frank Miller. Frank Miller is, in South Africa, it's probably 20-30% more expensive than it is in any country around the world. So those watches also, if you buy it, you're going to lose 60-70% of your money if you pay full retail asking price. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That was just some of my tips and my thoughts of what the year 2022 is going to hold for us. So It's an exciting year ahead for us, so please subscribe to my channel, like the videos. The channel is still really small. I'd like it to grow, so you would bump my YouTube algorithm by liking it, sharing it, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you.